have thought that losing everything could make you happy? I mean everything. I had to literally lose my identity, my life, to find real happiness. I know it sounds crazy, right? I used to think I knew what happiness was. It was a recipe of things to have, and I had it down to a science. When I get that great job, then I'll be happy. When I get the raise, then I'll be happy. And then I wanted to move up, so when I get the promotion, then I'll be happy. And then when I get the great apartment, then I'll be happy. And then I wanted the summer house. So when I get the place in the Hamptons, then I'll be happy. And then relationships come into it, they always do. When I meet that great guy, then I'll be happy. And then I met that great guy. I really did. And then I said, well, when I get engaged, then I'll be happy. And it was almost as if I was always reaching for something outside of me to make me happy. Like I couldn't be happy in the moment with what I had. And then it dawned on me 6 years ago. I had it. I had it all. And my friends would say this to me all the time. They would say, Donnalynn, your life is so charmed. You must be so happy. And I would say, happy? I don't know. And so I go back to my list. I said, well, I'm a creative director at a national design magazine. We had beautiful offices at Time Warner Center on Central Park. I had a beautiful loft-style apartment I shared with the man I was marrying. We were best friends. We were so happy together. He was European, so we traveled all the time. We had lots of friends. We were really social. We had dinner parties, restaurants. We had a summer house in Fire Island with our friends. We had a good life. I had a good life. But was I happy? I don't think I knew what happiness was. I didn't have a clue until later that year when I lost all of it. And I lost it pretty quick, too. I lost it in a 6-week period. I went into work one Monday morning to find out that the magazine I worked for closed overnight. I was going in as they were taking the computers and locking the doors. Shortly thereafter, the man I thought I was marrying left me for another woman, whom I had met at a party in Central Park 2 weeks earlier. She was really beautiful, really smart, really sweet. I really liked her. I guess I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. They were having such a good time together at the party. He looked so happy. So much so that his good friend came up to me and said, do you want me to do something about that? I was like, no, leave him be. He's having fun. And I went up to him and I said, sweetie, I'll see you at home later. I'm going to have dinner with a friend. That was the beginning of the end. He proceeded to date her for 2 weeks behind my back and then chose her. Caola, her name was. It's a beautiful German name. She was German just like he was. So now I had to leave our home, but the problem was I didn't have any money. I only had $98 in my bank account. And I know that doesn't sound believable, but I always lived paycheck to paycheck. I never could afford the lifestyle I wanted. I used to joke that my Louis Vuittons were more important to me. And I had a fetish for Furla handbags. That didn't help matters any. So I ended up sleeping on sofas for 3 months trying to figure out what happened to my life and why. Why did I lose everything? I used to wake up every morning crying, wishing it was just a bad dream, but it never was a bad dream. But then I started to realize that the mornings I could wake up and not be crying, it was a good day. I was happy. I was teaching yoga at the time, And I would say, if I could just get myself up, get myself dressed, and get myself to that yoga studio and teach a yoga class without crying, it was a good day. I was happy, really happy. When a friend would call out of the clear blue and say, "Oh, Donnalynn, I'm so sorry, I just heard. Let's get together, let's connect, let me buy you dinner." I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get someone to listen to me. I'm going to get a hug. I'm going to get love. Like, I'm going to get a free meal." Like, it was a good day. I was happy, really happy. When I could figure out where I was going to be sleeping for even just the next 2 or 3 nights, and I could find that sofa somewhere, and I had that security, that peace of mind to know I was safe, I was so relieved. It was a good day. I was happy. So I started to realize how little I really needed to be happy. I didn't need all that other stuff. I didn't need the expensive shoes. I didn't need the expensive handbags. I didn't need the summer house in Fire Island to be happy. I had all that. It didn't make me happy. So when I realized that I could be happy with these small things, and I mean small things, like a warm, comfortable sofa to sleep on that preferably was long enough that I could fit on it. And maybe it had a blanket that wasn't the dog's blanket. This was good stuff, right? And when friends would reach out and they would say, "I'm here for you," when the one person I loved more than anyone else in the world wasn't there for me anymore, I could still be happy. A gluten-free cupcake that a student made me after class one day when I hadn't eaten in 3 days. I almost ate her fingers with it. All this had the ability to make me happy. I didn't need all that other stuff. So it made me think, if I couldn't be happy with these small things, how was I ever going to be happy with the bigger things I had in my life? I wasn't. So when I learned that I could be happy with these small things, it changed my ability to be happy forever. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find real happiness. Thank you.